All content in the upcoming documentary is used for educational purposes to aid in the storytelling experience. As stated under 17 U.S. Code 107 regarding fair use of the Copyright Act of 1976, any copyrighted material may be used in this manner without formal consent from any owners of said materials. Any attempts to block the documentary's release and/or distribution will result in offensive action.
Thomas Edison and the Lumiere brothers, two titans of early film, widely regarded for their work, but they would pale in comparison to what was about to come with George Méliès and his motion picture, A Trip to the Moon. George Méliès was a magician who was obsessed with optical illusion. And now with film a viable option, he decided to shoot magic tricks. This made it easier to fool the mind as he could cut to make things disappear and reappear. He also was very obsessed with film as he used it. This allowed him to make his first motion picture. He first heard of the Lumiere brothers' cinemascope, and this gave him an idea. He could not get access to one himself, so he reverse engineered it. He was able to produce fantastic magic tricks through an optical illusion with cutting and splicing. This was early editing, and he applied it to his 1902 picture, Trip to the Moon. Trip to the Moon was revolutionary as it was a story-driven film, with the plot being that French scientists wanted to make a trip to the moon and did so. It was also the first sci-fi movie. A Trip to the Moon was shot over the course of 3 months and played at 24 frames per second was just 9 minutes long. He filmed it in his new movie studio called Star Films, which, due to illegal printing via Thomas Edison and other greedy people in America, the studio eventually closed in 1917. Méliès used special effects such as double exposure, in which he would use the same roll of film to shoot two separate things. This would give a ghostly illusion on the second exposure, as it would appear more clear and transparent. He also liked covering half the shot and then the other half when double exposed, as this would give the illusion of him talking to himself. He used these special effects on A Trip to the Moon, and he is regarded as the father of modern editing as well, as he liked to cut between scenes like a modern movie would. He did not cut during a scene, but that would eventually become a thing. A Trip to the Moon is a modern masterpiece, as it was the first film to offer modern storytelling, and without Méliès' contribution, we would not have modern filmmaking as we know it. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking and subscribing, and check out our Patreon. The link's in the description.